fellow, chairman, college patron, who unfortunately can't be with us today, principal, students, ladies, gentlemen and non-binary guests. I have the incredible honour of giving the vote of thanks on behalf of this morning's graduates to acknowledge all those who have helped us to get to where we are today. My name is Wendy Malala and I have been a student in the Animals Studies Department at Myerscough for 3 years, graduating in real terms in 2020. I already obtained my qualifications for my job some time ago. I came across this degree course in animal welfare and behaviour while helping one of the volunteers of my charity look for a level 3 course. I read the degree description and thought, I fancy doing that. Since being a child, I always wanted to do something to do with animals, but was dissuaded by my parents. They thought it wasn't academic enough. Yes, you can laugh, because here we are. Scientists. We all need support when we embark on new challenges, and no less so for people like me, a mature student, very mature. Yet some of my family once were unsupportive of me doing this degree. They didn't get why I would do a degree I didn't need. But I did need it. Education knows no barriers. Pushing ourselves to learn teaches us not only about the subject, but about ourselves. I didn't need this degree for a job, but to fulfil me, something to achieve, enjoy, and succeed in. We all need positivity, a goal, a dream, an ambition. At that point, I did something crazy. I also started a degree level course for a Montessori teacher qualification at the same time as this degree. So started Myerscough full time, weekends in London at Montessori Centre International, running a business, running a charity, and being a single parent. That sure taught them. Seriously, I probably knew it was too much to take on. I kept quiet about the 2 courses in case I was told it couldn't be done. It was a struggle, that first 18 months, but I did it. Sheer determination got me through. A friend sent me a meme of a girl at the edge of a precipice, arms outstretched, saying to herself, "What if I fall?" And a voice coming from somewhere telling her, "Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" And I guess that message was telling me that I would never know what I could achieve until I took that step into the precipice and the unknown. So I took that chance. And so did you all. And look how high we flew. I look back fondly on our experiences here at Myerscough, and they were mostly good. But having done the foundation degree, then the BSc, I will always refer to bridging with an alliteration expletive. Fitting 2 modules into 4 weeks during the summer was hard work, especially when one of them was data analysis. One of the best things about Myerscough for me is the setting. It certainly is one of my real life happy places. Turning up early before lectures to have a 5-piece breakfast with toast in equine. Then walking by the farriers, hearing the beats of hammers on horseshoes, with the smell of the furnaces burning, especially on a crisp autumnal morning. The huge equine stables, walking past trees with arboriculturalists shimmying up them, and to the right of that, the animal unit, our own zoo. With the warren, which did house my friends the pigs, who I gave coconut oil massages to. Sheep, Shetlands, and my nemesis, Bailey the alpaca, who either took a shine to me or a complete dislike from day one, where he spat at me. Then, at every opportunity, tried to hump me. There are many highlights, possibly the best of which were the 3 weeks in South Africa, organised and fronted by the one and only Lou Bell, just in from Jamaica, intrepid explorer and inspiring lecturer to boot. This is one of the most amazing experiences of my life. When Lou says you need thermals in South Africa, she is not lying. During this 3 weeks, we had the opportunity to participate in lectures facilitated by some of the world's best and most knowledgeable academics in aquatic, marine and African land-based animals. In short, this 3-week experience completely changed my perception of things that had previously been set in my mind. The experience made me question, examine and challenge my own thinking and enabled me to argue a different side than I had previously been party to. Not only did I challenge myself by doing crazy stunts like great white shark cage diving and sailing on the top deck of a boat whilst whale watching, we also took part in 0-degree temperature night game drives, acting as anti-poaching units in Shamwari Game Reserve. Spending the evening after dinner by the fire having a good old chinwag was an essential part of our day, and it became expected that I was the fire starter, a role I became quite particular over. There was so much to the South African experience I can't possibly go into every detail. Experiences from dissecting a tiger shark, to working in the communities and spending a day in the home of a foster carer, to an afternoon wine tasting, that was good, and an amazing evening spent by the campfire, and what became known as a daily bout of Wendy's words of wisdom. One of the people who have truly supported me during this journey at Myerscough, and especially to allow me to go to South Africa by looking after my own animals at home, is my son Michael.
Woo!
Michael will be in his final year with his own degree next year, and he has been my absolute rock. And there he is over there. Give us a wave, Michael.
No.
He's very handsome and looks a great deal like me. We all owe thanks to those at home, our friends and our loved ones who supported us to achieve this that we celebrate today. The lecturers at Myerscough are truly inspiring people. Some have moved to other positions, but I would like to still mention them. We had James, whose lectures were interspersed with penguin facts, and who became known to us as the Birdman. Lou, our incredible lecturer whose knowledge is just immense, and whose enthusiasm is infectious. Laura, who is incredibly knowledgeable, calm and approachable, and a favourite in the lab, particularly for dissection. Not Laura, but you know what I mean. Kirsty, who has the ability to remember every single student's name and include every one of us by asking us all a question. So we all had a turn. Sam, who we all love for her no-nonsense approach. Emma, who I actually interviewed as part of a panel of students for her current job. She did me no favours though. Ursula, who we all love to see, especially with Olive. And Emmeline, Dr. Emmeline, who entertained us with stories of her cats and dogs as well as teaching us about them. One thing the lecturers all share is their passion for animal welfare, and it is that makes every lecture come alive for the students. Of course, there are many support staff who made our journey smoother and more enjoyable. I couldn't possibly mention everyone, but the people in IT saved my losing the will to live on at least a couple of occasions. I definitely have to mention the people ensured I did not go hungry. From the Equine Cafe breakfast ladies, Richmond's, Wendy and her successors in HE, and the staff in the shop who knew to order the nuts and curly-whirly packs when they were running out. The support staff such as Ruth, who became one of us, John and the library gang, the students' union team who run all kinds of activities, the lab techs, the animal unit staff who looked after our projects if we needed them to, such as our budgies when one of us couldn't get to tend them, and many more who kept Myerscough fed, watered, clean, enriched, safe and supported. Towards the end of our degree, one of the very things we had been studying, pathogens and their effects, hit everyone globally, and of course was and is COVID-19. At the time we should have been taking our final exams, presenting our dissertations, presenting our group assignments, we had lockdown. Everything had to be reorganised. Everything. How the lecturers must have worked to rearrange how we would finish our last pieces of work. Making sure everything happened in a world where everything stood still was quite a task, I imagine. A 3-hour exam became a week's worth of essays. Everything was transferred to being online. We have Zoom, Teams, webinars. We have Lou head bobbing to a piece of music only she could hear. We have people distracted by budgies squawking or slobbery dogs, but it didn't matter. We got the job done. And here we are, 2 years late, for some of us, but we are here, together, to give thanks and to celebrate our degree and the world that is now our oyster. Thank you.